Hello friends, back again with our last lecture for this online course. I think we have done and understood with a different case taking. You have understood my case taking, you understood the miasms, you understood the kingdom with the respective cases. You also saw my 8-step method, and among the most which I have come up with is key sensitivity. And this is the hallmark of my understanding from the two school of thoughts. Basically, it so happened that I learned a in-depth understanding of the case taking from one of my teacher, Shankaran. I loved his understanding of the kingdom theory and the classification of the remedy according to group analysis. That's a beautiful aspect which I got it. The othermost thing which I saw was trimasmatic understanding from Dr. Vijaykar's school of thoughts. And then I realized his understanding was that Sora is the most sensitive issue, most inflammatory, and how every individual cope up according to their nature. And that same sensitive issue, when it goes out of control, and that was he talked about at the cell pathology. And definitely I realized that that too happened at a mental level, because I was very much doing at a mental level. And then I realized that every individual has a key sensitivity, and understanding the key sensitivity of every individual, he tries to cope up with that issues so strongly because he has to survive, and that same issue spins out of control if that issue is tremendously inside within him. And that's a beautiful understanding. It helped me tremendously in my practice, especially in the psychiatric cases. This understanding really cleared my doubts about understanding the psychiatric case. And then I realized that the psychiatric cases, when the cases comes completely out of control, nothing is seen, I have to go back to this key sensitivity and find out what was the issue that was burning, disturbing, a core issue about his life that he was not able to cope up, and that same issue became out of control. I know it is very difficult, but today's lecture, I'll be sharing with you the most beautiful part about the case taking, which I understood, and it was most learning because when you learn the remedy from the one aspect, especially the materia medica, in a certain way, you understand the one facet. But when you understand the key sensitivity, you understand the whole aspect of that materia medica. And it's so useful, so beautiful, so enhanced. You can understand your remedy in such a different way. It's mind-boggling. Really, I say, this discovery really made my case taking very easy, very right. I could get the remedy so fast, so quicker, and the shades which I have prescribed with, no one would have given the same remedy, in that condition. It was amazing learning for me. So today we will be doing that how to do the key sensitivity. And the key sensitivity is nothing but an inflammatory issue that the patient has in the mind and the body, and that they build a defense around them, and that defenses, if it is too much, the process of defending ultimately brings a disturbance in the biochemistry and imbalance in the body and mind. Along with the constitutional nature and trimasmatic understanding of his, we can know the key sensitivity. So, for me, in any given case, the most important point is this rubric, what I will be sharing about. What exactly I do? This aphorism is very important for me to know. The physician clearly perceive what is to be cured in a given case, and that is this to say that every individual case of a disease. Aphorism number 3. Aphorism number 71, Hahnemann has said, the physician has to ascertain what is necessary to be known in order to cure the case. For example, any given case is there. there can be two situations. Either the circumstance is a problem for him, that from family irritation is there, financial problem is there, death in the family is there, business loss is there, he is not able to, there is a lot of pressure about the studies is there, and that disturbance can give rise to a physical disturbance. His attitude, his perception, his mental, psyche to see that problem, to perceive that problem can be so difficult that a patient cannot be able to cope up with. So, this is one condition, and some cases is very interesting where they have no pressure at all, they have no problems at all. For example, financially sound, everything is okay, there is no complaints, their life is healthy, and then still they fall sick. And then here it is very important that we have to know why they fall sick then, and that is nothing but the inner basic nature. For example, like everything is fine, but that person is too dominating, too egoistic. I have to do in that manner only. People has to listen to me only. I cannot take it this at all. And this is the basic nature of his. And this basic nature of his, a contradiction cannot tolerate, too egoistic, too haughty, too dominating. He wants a rigidity, he wants to have in certain manner. And that basic nature itself also can be disease. And in that condition, you have to know your materia medica in such a manner that the core issue of an individual, it has to be known. At the same time, what is the basic nature of that remedy, that has to be known, because then we can know our materia medica in a more elaborate and more better manner. And that is why my prescription for the cases are very different. No one could have prescribed that remedy for that individual, but I know that this remedy's basic nature is this, their issues are this, their sensitive issues are this, the key sensitivity is this, and that is the most learning. I know I am pulling so long to tell about it, but I can today, the whole endeavor will be to show this key sensitivity with respect to the cases, and how it is important for me to know the key sensitivity of every individual, and how these cases which were very difficult, if you would have known our materia medica in one facet, after knowing this key sensitivity, we know our materia medica in a different facet. So, this is the whole process. So, this aphorism in there, the important point which I have to take in a case is a history, very strong history, why the constitution fallen sick, his sensitivity, which is the most sensitive and indifference, and what goes out of control and indifference. Then I have to know the miasms and the subject. As we talked about, the subject will give us to the kingdom, disturbance in relationship, performance, financial insecurity, responsibility. So, every patient who comes to us has a different subject, and on that subject and on that disturbance, then we come to the kingdom. So, this is the whole thing. For example, you take this picture, we have already talked about, I think, but I'll go back to you. The sensitive issue is inflammatory process at a physical level. You cope up mentally, that is psychosis, that is reproduction, and then the destruction. I gave you the little example also in this cases, and then that has to be taken into respect with three underlying miasms, that what is the soric, psychotic and syphilitic. So, today I will be sharing with you very interesting case, beautiful case, and then I will be sharing you what exactly is the key sensitivity. So, we'll hear out this case, how this patient was the most key sensitivity and how he cope up and how is his behavior. I think this case is of 20 minutes, but it is not in English, it is in different language, but I will explain you, it is a real learning case. So, I will be sharing with you this case where you have to know all things together, the sensitive issue, the subject, the miasm, the pace of desperation he comes, and pathology. and together in just 20 minutes you get a case. And this is together application. We have to use your all learning, observe, see, hear, and come to the point, and this all we will be doing together in 20 minutes and coming to authentic rubrics, and we'll see the follow up in just 15 days. The man with an ulcerative colitis, worst condition of his problem, how he went to doctors and he was so bad, and how this man came in such a condition. We'll see the miasm, how he expressed this, and the subject, what is he talking about, and then we'll come to the remedy. So this will be a most learning to see in this case. Do you see this man, how he is looking? First thing to see in every given case is observation. The man is sitting how? So usually I had told you in the first lecture that how the person is sitting, he's casual, he's easy, or he's sitting like that. So this man is sitting straight, too straight, total white clothes, putting his hand and talking with a confidence and talking to you about his complaints. So he's telling that how he had taken the medicines long, and he directly told me that I don't believe homeopathy and all. One of my, he is a guru in the sense like he preaches, he has some power. He tells that what is going to happen in your life, what are you going to do, is this thing is bad for you, good for you. He has a lot of intuitions, it seems that. And one of his client, since last 6 months, told him that you have a problem, go to my doctor. And he said, I don't believe any homeopathy or something like that. But I just said, because he forced me, that's why I come to you. And with the great reluctance, he has come to me for the treatment. And he started with, I have taken a lot of medicines, and he'll be talking little bit about his physical health, that how he went to the topmost doctor in Mumbai, the Bombay hospital, this doctor, and he gives the names of all well-known doctors. And no one could do that. No one could make me better. That is what he will be starting with. We'll just hear out.
Actually, 20 साल पहले मेरे म्यूकस कोलाइटिस हो गया, इतना है कि पूरे एलोपैथिक इंडिया भर के डॉक्टर थक गए, लास्ट में सबको बताया और वो मिटा 8 साल तक रहा, आधी बाल्टी भर की म्यूकस निकल रहा है, फिर अपना मिट गया, 8-10 साल बराबर चला, 8-10, अभी 15-20 दिन से है मेरे को वापस म्यूकस कोलाइटिस की शुरुआत हो गई, समझ गया। तो इससे क्या होता है, मेरा बॉडी एक तो इतना जबरदस्त हो जाता है, प्लस
he told that he had a very bad amoebic dysentery. It was long, he took a lot of treatment, and then he, with his religious thing, whatever his strength, he improved himself, and now again he has got a severe condition, and he's terrified. He's saying that he has got severe loose motions, amoebic colitis, and almost passing 5 to 6 to 7 times motions, and he's scared now because it has again started in last 15 days, and that is what he starts with.
प्लस लेग्स पेन इतना रहता है कि बेरेबल नहीं होता है, चेहरा एकदम उतर जाता है, आंखें अंदर चली जाती है, बेरेबल नहीं। अभी 2 दिन से मेरे को ठीक है, इसलिए ऐसा लगता है, समझिए। तो बस इतनी मेरी तकलीफ है। अभी इसके लिए मैंने एलोपैथी की तो गाड़ी में भूल गया, मेरा फाइल सारे भूल गए। एलोपैथी की तो मेरे दुनिया हिंदुस्तान भर के डॉक्टर को बता दी। सरक्षा इज मोस्ट नॉमिनेटेड इन इंडिया स्टमक का, उसने मेरे को साफ मुंह शब्द बोला, मोहन भाई आई एम सॉरी, मैं कुछ नहीं कर पाऊंगा तुम सरक्षा। फिर वो छोड़ दिया, अपना मिट गया। फिर डॉक्टर बंकान कई लोग बड़े बड़े बिग शॉट थे, उनको बताया, किसको पता नहीं लगा कि मेरे को क्यों होता है ऐसा। अच्छा, म्यूकस इतना भी निकले या म्यूकस इतना भी निकले, बॉडी पर इफेक्ट तो सेम आता है। अभी ज्यादा म्यूकस नहीं निकलता है, मान ना अपना आप हो जाता है। क्यों होता है मेरे को पता नहीं है, क्यों नहीं होता है। नो डाउट लिटल हाइपर हूँ मैं, मान गया, पर आई डोंट थिंक सो कि मेरे को ऐसे तो इंडियन की इतनी स्ट्राइक होती फैक्ट्री में मैंने, और हमने कभी ये सब होता ही नहीं था। क्यों होता है, स्लीप भी हो जाता है। अब ये मेरे को कहाँ हुआ, कैसे हुआ बताऊं, इसके 3-4 रीजन मैंने ढूंढ निकाला है। ये एक ऐसा है कि इफ बहुत हीट लग जाए या ज्यादा ठंडी लग जाए तो होता है। फिर कई बार होता तो मिट जाता है, ऐसा नहीं होता, कंटिन्यूस नहीं होता। ये सब मेरे को फोबिया हो गया मतलब कि अभी ये चालू हो गया तो मर जाएगा मैं।
So what he's telling till now, he said I have got a severe body pain, weakness, tiredness, the mucus so much comes from the stool, sometimes this much also, but anyhow the body is throwing away the mucus, it weakens your body, you know, and I eating, now I found out the cause. I went to the topmost doctor. In fact, the topmost doctor told me, 2-3 doctors, that sorry, Mr. What is your name? We cannot treat you.
आइए बैठिए।
बहुत अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा है। आप सोच रहे हैं
क्या सोच
नहीं पड़ता, अच्छा हो गया।
क्या बात करते हैं, इतना फर्क पड़ा?
हाँ डेफिनेटली। और देखो, और एक मैंने तुम्हारा एसोस वाली गोली मेरे को ज्यादा सूट कर दी, मैं तो ये पूरी कर दी। एसोस वाली जो
क्या फर्क पड़ा आपको, बोलो।
म्यूकस अभी कम हो गया।
आप एकदम पैनिक हो गए थे, एकदम क्या हो जाएगा अभी, मेरा क्या हो जाएगा, वो डर था, वो कैसा है अभी? आया डर में आए थे आप एकदम ना?
नहीं, मेरी प्रेजेंटेशन बिटिया ऐसी रहती है, मैं आया वो सुपर इम्पोर्टेंट इमीडिएटली मैंने वो इन्हें
प्रेजेंटेशन हमेशा कैसे रहती है,
मतलब हम जो चाहते हैं एकदम हो ही जाना चाहिए।
अच्छा, लेकिन आपको दोस्त आते ही रिलैक्स लगा? वो
पहले दिन तो आपने पूरी एजुकेशन 2 दिन एकदम टका हो गया, फिर ये शुरू कर दिया है। तो इसके बाद मैंने थोड़ा कम लगता था। फिर इसके बाद मैंने ये तुम्हारी एसेंस वाली गोली खाई गई, इससे मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा। ये
कितना फायदा हुआ, कितना म्यूकस कम हो गया?
देखो ना, लास्ट 7 days तो मेरे को था ही नहीं। आज एक लिटल था।
ओके
लिटल समझे, उसी मेरे पाँव में दर्द हुआ तो मैं आ गया। मैंने कहा आपको धन्यवाद भी और ब्लेसिंग करके जाओ। और ठीक है, मैं अभी मैं आपको क्रेडिट नहीं दूंगा।
नहीं चाहिए मेरे को
नहीं दूंगा कि मेरे को होम्योपैथी में तो विश्वास पड़ा ही नहीं।
तो मेरी दवा
कंट्रोल रहा हूँ, हकीकत में दवाई से मेरे को ठीक हो रहा है, हकीकत में दवाई से ठीक हो रहा है।
तो ऐसा विश्वास नहीं आ रहा है, सच्ची है कि
नहीं? ओपनली आपको बताया
नो प्रॉब्लम।
वो बोल माता आपको इतना अच्छा लगता है चेहरा आपका कि मैं कभी खुशी नहीं रहता।
अच्छा,
और आपके पास जब आया था तब तो लगता है कि मैं लेटरिन खड़ा नहीं रहता। और मेरा डर था कि लेटरिन में जाऊं और म्यूकस गिरा तो डर में रहते वो भी निकल गया।
So this is the learning of the remedy. So this case was just to show you what is the key sensitivity and how is the psychosis and how he copes up. So you see, the patient was not talking, but I made him talk, and not going with a just winning or certain words, you just can't come to the kingdom. So this was a learning for you. So my dear friends, you have to be really cautious when patient is talking about certain words. Don't jump to the conclusion. Know exactly. So I hope you loved it, and in a further lecture we'll be talking about still more how I find the key sensitivity, what are the different ways to find the key sensitivity, and how I use repertory as a tool to understand the key sensitivity. I hope you liked it. We will continue further. Thank you very much.